Welcome to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Linden Houston, and welcome to Linden Houston Cooking. Today's video, I'm just basically doing some batch cooking, like a family batch cooking, because sometimes you have a busy day, so you just have to step up the prep in a different way. So once you come in, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this video. And just to say again, you're welcome. Please do thumbs up the live and feel free to like, share, subscribe. Do leave positive comment. So today I will be cooking some some oxtail. So I'm gonna work on that now because I just wanna get it over and done, because today, I'm in Bar Green with the food truck. So the oxtail here, I have some oxtail here, so I already wash it. I'm just gonna drain off some of the stuff off it. Just drain the excess liquid off. As I said, lovely people, once you comes in, just thumbs up the live. Basically, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to work on some vegetables. Our season is still vegetables. And what I mean by that, I'm going to get some. Let me just get my paring knife. I need to get some onion going, some garlic. When you're cooking these type of food, there's no play around. It's real game. So you have to make sure you sort them out properly. But sometimes you go to a restaurant and you see some lovely food. If food tastes good, just appreciate it, because it takes time to cook, effort, and some love. I'm just stripping this garlic. Once it comes in, lovely people, just thumbs up the live and, subscribe. Cooking for beginners, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. So I'm just picking some garlic because I'm going to need a little bit of extra garlic. I just see all these things I have there. I need to make soup also. So I strip off. I see how I get along with these garlic. Strip a bit more off. And the thing is, I need to put a chicken in the oven also. So I'm just gonna put today, I'm gonna bake off a chicken. Sometimes when you have a busy schedule and you're tired, you need to relax, you need to calm down. So sometimes this is what you have to do sometimes. Because once I finish this, I'm out in the food truck today in Borough Green. So, you know, it's a heavy day, you know, but I give God thanks still because it could be worse. Just gonna flip the camera a little bit sideways like this. You see everything. So far, now you can see everything, so I don't need to add another light. So garlic done. That's how you have to do it, you know. Prep your stuff up, and then when you start, I have some jerk marinade which I made up here. I have these in bottles, you know. I have my own brand, but soon I'll be uploading it to the YouTube shop. Onion, prep them up. Thing with this, you know, these onion, I don't know what's in them. Depends on where you buy the onion. You know, they normally said it's like if you have a dull knife in the chef world, if you have a dull knife, it's not burning my eyes, but normally sometimes I just run the water over this. But it's not burning me. Sometimes I just do that. So the onion, I'm gonna cut it. So I'm setting up myself. You see how I'm doing this? Sure you can see what's going on. So that's the onion and the garlic over there and stuff like that. Ginger. I normally cook with a lot of ginger, so you know, ginger is like my friend. Very healthy to cook with ginger. I'm just removing the skin off this. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just prepping up these things. So I'm just taking off these, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of wash. So we can kind of get things going now. Give my peppers, you know, get your peppers prepped up. All right, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna work on my oxtail. Now, oxtail is something that I love. I mean, it's one of my favorite. This is it here. So I'm gonna season this up, but I'm gonna do it my way. You know, a lot of people might say, "Good morning, Nick." You know, a lot of people might say, "Oh, I don't do it this way." But remember, I'm cooking the oxtail. Oh, Linden like it. If you want to follow, that's fine. With my own marinade, which I made up, I put a bit on it. I'm gonna go in with a bit of molasses sugar to help give it that sheen and balance texture. No, all of that is personal preference. You don't have to cook it like me. Bit of black pepper in this. There's a thing when you're cooking oxtail. If you don't season it up properly, I'm telling you, you will not eat it. I'm grinding up some season. You know, I like to make up my own season and thing. Bit of all-purpose which I made up. I'm telling you, this thing, you have to make sure. Normally, you would season it from overnight. If you really know what you're doing, it doesn't even matter. Paprika, give it that nice color and smoky flavor. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more thing, my special season over here, which everybody know about this. This is some pimento. This here is pimento. This is real pimento. So I get the leaves straight from Jamaica. I go there and get it myself. Pimento, so I dry them and I blitz them out in my rubber coop. So this is pimento, real pimento. So for me, this is gold dust. I will leave it here because I will need a little bit more. All right, on this again, I'm gonna touch him with a little bit of Cajun. You don't have to put it on it. All that is personal preference. So as I said, thyme. I'm gonna use a different knife to cut the thyme because I want everything in it as fine as possible. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. And thank you for your time and your effort and your patience. So I'm using a very sharp chef knife here. When I use this knife, like with the thyme, there's no wastage. Because even the bones, this particular knife, go through it. So nothing not gonna throw in the bin. See that? All right. So thyme over it. So next, I'm gonna go in. I have one garlic to start with, and I'm gonna use a piece of this ginger. But I'm still gonna put more in it. But as I said, if you want the oxtail to be nice, you have to season properly. It's a type of dish or meat. If you don't season properly, I'm telling you, it's like eating stone. You know, stone have no flavor in it. So make sure you season it up properly. Now I'm gonna let's choose which one I want. I have some seasoned oil here, which I made. This is some oil I made up with, like, you know, blended with onion, garlic, spring onion, thyme, pepper, cloves. Just a flavored oil, which I made up. I'm just going to refill my bottle here with a bit of oil. I'm going to go over this, just a little bit of oil. Remember, you don't have to, but it helps. I'm going to go in. I don't have any browning left. I did have browning, but for me, it doesn't really matter whether I have it or not. I'm just going to put a bit of soy over this. I'm going with a bit of chili. As I said, make sure when you're cooking this thing, you have to sort them out properly. Welcome to the channel, everyone. What I'm saying, if you don't cook it properly, it's like stone, which means stone don't have any flavor. That's what I mean. So I'm using this pot. I could use a different one, but I choose to use this particular one. It's a little bit, it's not that thick, but it's nice, it's good quality. So I'm going to use this one for the time being. I'm going to put a bit of oil in this. Now it depends on how this go. I don't use a lot of oil, but sometimes oxtail have a bit of fat around it. Depends on how much fat in it. You know, I normally cook with this amount of oil. Depends on the type of meat I'm using. So I'm going to go in, you know, bring this together marinate these. I bought these in Maidstone, so I said I need to cook it before starting the food truck. So that's what it looked like. I have a thing there I need to put. Once I finish with this, I need to work on my chicken. So I'm going to finish with this bowl rather than use more than one. Or I can do it. I have another extra bowl there because I need to marinate some chicken and just put it in the oven, then jump on some soup. So I want to bring this up to temperature. I'm going to put a crush of garlic and put in this. And this is just to infuse the oil. I'm going to go in some thyme. I'm going to go in with some pimento berry. If you don't like pimento berries, you don't have to use it. Just use what you have. This is a type of dish. Just make it your own, as I said. For a little bit of extra caramelization, I'm just going with some molasses sugar in this. This is optional. As I said, I cook different. So what I'm doing now, I'm just bringing this up to temperature. And to give it that smoky taste, this is personal preference also. I'm going to go in with some paprika. What that do, this is going to burn and just going to give it a little bit of smoky flavor. I'm going to get a tongue. I'm going to get a tall tongue and keep working this thing. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider to subscribe, like, share, do leave positive comment. So I'm going to brown these off. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut some onion and put in this and some spring onion. I'm going to add one more garlic to this. Quarter onion, but when it's near to finish, I'm still going to put some more seasoning in it. But that's how I like it. See the lovely color on it already? So that's what I'm going for. Nice color on it. Thing is, I asked the butcher to cut these up, but he go and turn the machine off. But when I come home, I realize he haven't cut them up small enough, but it doesn't really matter. But when I finish with this, I'm going to cook it very tender. But that's how I love it. starting this off. I'm gonna put some peppers in this. So once these brown out properly, I'm gonna pour in all of this. And when these cook down in it, it's gonna give it that richness. Bit more time in this. If you like carrot, bit of carrot in this also. So I'm just doing this how I love it. So if times allow me, I'm gonna work this with some basmati rice and peas, or some pumpkin rice. We see how it goes. So I'm just going to cover it a little bit. Next thing I'm going to work on, which is going to be a little bit more simple, I'm going to get a red cutting board and just put him here a bit. And I'm going to have a whole chicken. I have about a medium chicken I'm working on. So I'm not going to light up the grill today, because the grill I use is like it's charcoal. Now, in this weather, normally if I'm grilling, I would start a bit earlier. So I'm going to show you the size chicken I have, and I'm going to work on this one. So I'm not going to do much to this. You see on this popping up? See that? So there's not much oil in the thing, but we'll leave it, because all of that, is flavor in the bottom. Those like gold dust. I'm gonna go in with this, all of this. So that's my first stage of seasoning. I'm gonna put some water in this. I have some hot water in the kettle going. What I'm gonna do, just the top part of the meat, then I put my finger, taste this content of the season. So that could take a little bit more season. So we're gonna put a little bit more water in this. And I'm gonna add some more season to this from now. Because if you don't, later you're gonna be in big trouble. You taste the meat, you might taste the sauce, or what do you call it, the gravy or the liquid in it, and it might taste okay, but then when you taste the meat, the season haven't go down inside the meat. So we're gonna pop this on this. I believe in this thing take time. So I'm gonna work on the chicken lickle now. I'm just gonna put this over here, and I'm gonna get a roasting pan, which I'm gonna use. I suppose you can hold in this. So I'm just gonna cut off some of the fat off this. Just trim them up a little bit. So some of the excess, I'm just gonna trim them off. All that is personal preference. Now you can either split it this way, you know, personal preference, or you can take it from here. I normally like take it here, and then I'm gonna split this, give him a couple cut. Inside here, there's some little bits. If you want to remove them, feel free to remove them. You know, if you heat them, they're not gonna kill you, but personal preference. I'm gonna core it with a knife. So be careful if you're doing this. We're gonna flick him over. We're gonna do the same thing. This is all personal preference. You don't have to do it like this. You can just do this if you want. But I like a bit of season because I'm gonna put it in the oven now. I want to deal with it now. So I just put this over the sink there and just give it a wash in a bit. You know, if you feel like wash your chicken, it's okay. If you're working in a certain restaurant, they don't want you to wash the chicken, but it's up to you. What I'm gonna do here, some cider vinegar. Just gonna give him a little bit of wash. All this, personal preference. So this, I'll just slide this over here. Okay, so I just give my chicken a little bit of a rinse. And we're gonna season this one up straight away and put him straight in the oven. Already start making some potato salad. So we're gonna show this who is boss now, this chicken here. We're gonna start him off with some paprika. You know, you can put whatever you want to put on it. Just deal with it your way. There's no pressure on that. Some other mixed season I have here. You know, I'm always cooking. Sometimes my wife have to tell me to relax because if it's up to me, I cook 7 days a week. Probably 2-3 times a day. But you have to realize that's something I love to do. That's what relaxes me. You know, so that's my therapy because I don't go out and party. I don't party, go out party, drinking and smoking and things, but you know. So this is my therapy. And so far, it's working well. I'm hitting him with a little bit of Cajun. I don't want too much Cajun on it because a lot of people don't realize Cajun is a very strong season and it can overpower your food. So that's the inside that I'm working on, you know. See that? I'm gonna get some jerk marinade which I made up. And we're gonna put him over it. So basically we show him who is the boss. All right. So what I need to do now, because I'm gonna dip my hands in it, I wanna get another ramekin and put some of this one in there. That means I don't need to put back my hand after I touch the raw meat in this. So this should be all right. So with this, I'm just marinating him. I'm gonna flick him over. It's a pretty good sized bird. The thing is, some of the season, it's gonna lose some of the season in it anyway, because it's a little bit, you know, wet. Some jerk marinade over him. Be generous with that. You want nice, lovely flavor. On the top part here, you know, I want him to have a nice brown color. So, you know, I'm not putting any browning on this. So, you know, so I'm starting my chicken up like this. Yeah, this is not bad. Look like he could take a bigger tray, but I already take this one out. Not that I don't have it, I have loads of trays. I'm gonna put all of this in, marinate him over. So that's done. All right. So this one, I'm finished. So I don't need to put any like garlic and stuff like on this. I'm gonna put it in the oven. Keep work on it. One thing with this pot, it's have a pressurized, meaning when you use it, it's like it pressurizes things a little bit different. But I choose not to use a pressure cooker just to show you. You know, you can just cook it straight off this. Those who haven't cooked it before. I'm gonna put it over here and leave him there, make him go on simmer. I'm gonna get the soup out of the way. Remember to thumbs up the live, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, please do consider to subscribe. I appreciate your time and efforts. So now I'm going to work on some soup. Not only that, you know, I'm supposed to make a, bread. Not really bread, like a cinnamon bun, but I'll see if times allow me to do that. The soup I'm going to make today, you know, is one of my wife's favorite soup. But it's kind of a vegetable soup, sort of. I'm working on the stock now, but I'm going to do it different today. Normally, I would saute off the vegetable after put them in, but because of time, cider vinegar. This is the soup I'm making. This soup, trust me, very healthy soup. And especially the way how I make it. A bit of soy in that. Bit of sugar. It's a kind of a hot and sour soup, but trust me, it tastes good. Chili, cayenne pepper. Be generous with that. So this I'm working on the stock here. So I'm going to put some vegetables in it. start work on this one. So we have celery here. You notice I cut the celery to an angle. So this is like a proper healthy soup, trust me. When I said healthy, very healthy soup. Last time I cook it a little bit different, but today I'm doing it a little bit different also. Okay. I was looking for, there's one thing missing out of it, but I don't see any. It's not a big issue. I'm looking for the tomato puree. Seems like my wife should take it. It's fine. So this now, I'm putting some garlic and chili pepper. This is garlic and chili pepper. You can pick this up in the supermarket. I purchased this in Lidl. Bit of ginger. Carrot. Normally I cut this in different shapes. Just make it look full in the pot. Welcome to the channel. Jackie, welcome. Some sliced chili in this. And I'm going in with some peppers. Got a request. Some corn. So I'm putting some corn in this. So normally you can't cut these too big. Next up, some onion in this. what I'm going to work on now is some other onion for the my oxtail. So I'm going to set up myself so these, I want these kind of dice. So when it's near to cook, I'm going to put these over it. Some spring onion. The rest, put it in this. Okay, so I don't want any more in this. I don't really like too much vegetable in this. I just want it like nice glazy sauce. So the only thing I can do with that, I will leave this here. A bit of pepper, dice very small. Right, leave that there a bit. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna taste this. I like the consistency already of the gravy. I like the taste. The flavor, beautiful. What's gonna happen now, this is gonna dry down, but it's not gonna cook. So this thing takes time. Okay? And I have a little bit more time here. What I'm gonna do with the time, as I said, once the oxtail finish, these I'm gonna put them, chop them up and put them over it. So you get a final, fresh, seasoned, well seasoned oxtail. I'm just putting that over it. Some ginger. Okay, some ginger for me and some for you. Okay, enough vegetable in that. The next vegetable going into this. So these, I'm going to set these aside. I have some more garlic there. So I will use them up. This, I can set this over here. Paprika, that's what I normally do. Anything I don't need. The soup, I need to try it because it needs to taste like a bit sourish, pepperish, a little bit of sweet. Just a balance. So I don't need this because I might have to make a cinnamon bun loaf. So we'll leave this on the side because I probably need that. So I'm just checking if I have enough vegetables in this. Carrot, I will put a little bit more carrot in this. Bit more carrot, just bulk it up a bit. I have some jerk marinade here. I probably don't need it now So I will set it aside. Reason why I'm just trying to clean up a little bit around here, probably because I need to make a cinnamon loaf cake. So we see what happens. Not loaf cake, it's like a cinnamon bun. And sometimes this thing, it gives you a little bit of hassle. Because I'm not going to make a big one. So I'll probably use 500 measurement in it. It's any yellow in this. So right, put another piece of garlic in this, and that's for the oxtail when it's ready. And I'm going to set it aside because, as I said, if times allow me, I'm going to have to work on. Let me just put it here. Finish with the pimento, Cajun. Or with these are some pop choy. I have some of them, they're a little bit old. I want to use them up. So I'm just going to pick them and wash them off and work on them. So these I'm going to add them last moment. So I'm just going to cut these. So just remember to watch your oxtail, you know. Keep an eye on it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna work on, I need a cinnamon bun. It's gonna be like Fast and the Furious. Like I'm racing against time. So we're gonna work on this thing. I have some freshies here. All I want is about, how much did I use the last time? This is that's 55. How much in this one? Let me see something. 55. This is 73721. Okay. Take out this of this. About 50. Using about 50 on this one. About 50. This one is not a big one. It's a kind of a cinnamon bun I'm working on. This one is like a little bit tricky. 500. Should be all right, isn't it? 500. Thing with this, I need to warm this up a little bit. Just need to warm up. Just gonna switch this a little bit. This, I need to warm that up a little bit. About a spoon of butter in that. So I need to warm that up. Then I need flour. Need to zero this one. Zero. Normally this one is about 500 grams, so we see I want about 500 grams in this. Sometimes you might need a little bit more after you finish. So I want 2 teaspoons of sugar in that for the time being. But this thing, I need to warm this thing up because you want the yeast to activate. So this soup here, I need to try it and see how I'm doing. It's not bad. Oxtail, drying down. So I want to put some more water on it. I'm going to add some more boiling water to this. One thing with these oxtail, you know, I wonder sometimes if you go at a restaurant to buy them, they cost so much money. You know why they cost so much money? They take so long to cook. Salt, need a half a teaspoon salt in this. So I'm going to use good measurement. And this is just for balance, half a teaspoon salt in that. It's for balance. So we're all set for this 0. But with this for the time being. So I need this to be about at least 30 degrees just to activate the yeast. So the soup, I normally should use corn flour to thicken the soup. You know, corn flour, but I don't have any corn flour. So I'm going to use cornmeal. Don't want it too thick for that pot. So instead of the corn flour, I'm using cornmeal. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. Remember, you know, keep an eye on the milk because you don't want the milk. I said you don't want it boiled. Thing is, I need to even cool it down a little bit. So let me just finish off with the soup. Remember to thumbs up the live, ladies and gentlemen, and feel free to subscribe. I appreciate it. So I'm using this to put some body in the soup. Normally I should use a little bit of corn flour. Don't have any corn flour. And then after, I'm going to have egg. So once it's boiled out a little bit, we're going to use about 1 egg in it. So I'm going to check the chicken. For those of you just coming on, I have a chicken in the oven also. So I'm coming on all right. Give him a little bit of temperature. So now the warm milk, I'm going to pour the warm milk over the yeast. This one you have to watch him now, I'm telling you. When I said you have to watch him, you have to watch him. I'm going to use a whisk. just to let him dissolve a little bit. When I tell you this thing is funny, the trick I normally use now, I'm going to put a little bit of flour, you know, the flour mixed with the salt and everything, just to, you know, let him activate a little bit. It's like a starter. And with the vanilla in this. Put in about 2 teaspoons vanilla in that. So by me not putting too much flour in this, I can put all of it in it, but you want to start him off. Then you're gonna see him puff up a little bit. We leave him like that. So what's going to happen now, soon you'll see him puffed up a bit. And this for the soup. So we're going to drop in 1 egg. It's quite this pot is full, so I probably need 2. I'm just beating the egg a little bit. And watch this. You know, you see that? So I probably need 2 of this. We see how it goes. Normally when I make it, I just put 1. I just try to keep it at the recipe. But this soup is like my wife's favorite. So normally I only put 1 egg in it. So that should be all right. So once this finished, I'm just gonna taste it. But normally, if we buy this soup at the Chinaman shop, the thing is, she don't like it. So when I make it, she loves it. Do you hear the first part of my name? Lin. You know, so probably I'm half Chinaman, half Jamaica. But I'm a man, I cook. Any dish, you know, you pitch it, I hit it. I'm just adding a little bit of extra season in this, but not too much. You know, from a cinnamon bun, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get one of this round bowl, and I'm gonna put some, because I meant to make this from the other day, because I'm making so much things. But what I'm gonna do, make this a single another day, you know, that you can see it a little bit better. So with this cinnamon in this, so be generous with the cinnamon. Me, I love cinnamon. I'm a cinnamon guy. So be generous with that. So this thing now, I want it to puff up a little bit. There's a trick I normally use to know that I'm puffed up. You know, not like Puff Daddy, you know, but it just puffed up. When you cover this, you'll be surprised. I'm going to put a cling film over this. But once it starts to rise, what's going to happen is, you know, you're going to see this going up. So at the moment, I don't want any air to catch it. It's a little bit still warm. So it's good. I want him to activate properly. While I'm activating, I'm going to get one of my special pans I want to use. So because I want this to taste nice, so I'm going to take this off, leave this there, that you can see what I'm doing. So this finish, and when it's finished, I'm going to show you what I normally do. Once it comes in, lovely people, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. This is a pop choy. I'm turning this off now. So that's finished. So once you turn that off, if you have some coriander, just chip some coriander in it. But normally, I would normally make this always win. You know, she love this. She normally like that a little bit thicker, but doesn't really matter. I put some corn flour in it already. So I'm just going to put this on the side there. So what I need to work on now is this. I'm just wanting cooked down a bit more. And it is oxtail. This thing, when I tell you, this thing takes so long. But the thing is, once you cook it down, just let me know if I have to put it in a pressure cooker pot. You put this in the pressure cooker pot. Within 5 minutes in the pressure cooker pot, you know, I'm done. And sometimes when you cook it like that, it takes so long. You know what I'm doing? Taking out the pressure cooker, as I don't want to tarry with this whole morning, tarrying with this pepper, with this oxtail. So let me see if I find the weight for it first. If I don't find the weight for it, somebody gonna have to lend me one. Just bear with me. We're gonna go, because this thing, I'm not gonna wait on this whole morning. So I'm gonna do that and then put him back in this. That's how we're gonna do him today. Because him behaving like, you know, he's tougher than anybody. Let me give him a little bit of taste. The only thing I want in this, a little bit more jerk sauce, and then, you know, we'll see when it finish. Just gonna boil up the kettle. Put this on. I'm gonna put a couple bit more garlic in the oxtail. So there's some garlic here in there. Once it comes in, lovely people, thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. You know, I appreciate all your effort. So I'm gonna top him up with some hot water. As I said, I'm not gonna tag along with him. You know, that's what the pressure cooker is for. To save time. So I want this to be soft. I'm gonna make a little bit of noise, but it doesn't really matter. All right, we're gonna work on our bun. It started to puff up already. So I'm in business. You see, with this, I'm gonna put some butter in this. That's how I'm doing this today. Is some butter I'm rolling in this, just in case. I want him nice and butter and good. Make sure you put butter in this. Okay, and I'm gonna set this aside. So now this is raising up, which that's good. Very good news for Linden. All right. What the Olympic chef gonna do now? I'm gonna get my hook. I'm gonna put in the rest of flour. I will need a little bit more. I'm telling you, it's puffing up really nice. Really nice, I'm telling you. We'll get some more flour. We're gonna work on it. So I'm starting off with about 500. So normally when about 400 ml liquid, sometimes it can take you, depends, up to about, you know, a pound of flour. I want to deal with this fast. So I'm just waiting for the mixing bowl to come clear. Welcome everyone, welcome everyone. All right. This mixer, what I'm using, I like to turn it off because this thing is a little bit funny from the other one I use. When I said funny, if you hand touch this, it starts to spin. The next one have a safety mechanism that when you lift it up like this, it turns off itself. This one will keep going. So this thing, just give me 1 minute. Let me just deal with this. I'm just rinsing off this because I'm going to need it to use again. And also put it out the way that you can see exactly what's going on. All right, so that's done. Hi, Peter from Jamaica. Welcome, welcome. Journey with Jackie, welcome. Yes, Jackie, I'm on it. Racing against time. It's like I go on the street today, Jackie, and time creep up on me like dinosaur. Okay. So now I meant to make this from the other day. So I said I'll just finish this off. So this thing I need to roll him out. I meant to make this from the other day, I'm telling you. Time just creeping up on me like dinosaur. All right. I don't want this. I want this lengthwise. Okay. Whatever butter you have for this, you use whatever you have. So I'm just using a Flora. The other one tastes better, but I'm using what I have because I'm not gonna have any time to make more. So this butter keep inside it nice and soft, you know. Little bit of salt over this. Cinnamon sugar. There's two ways you can do this, you know. You can put it in a muffin pan and have them individual. So I want everything to neat up. So what I'm gonna do here, cut this here. I'm gonna cut this here and just put him in there. Because I want everything to be at an angle. So we're using the Olympic style, you know, on this. Roll him. See him look like him out to stick underneath there. We don't worry about that. We have him ticket here. Once you start to play games, have the tool to sort him out. Start to play game and show him who is the real Olympic chef. Yeah, that's what I just do. Show him who is the real Olympic chef. All right. I'm going to turn my I have a chicken, as I said, in the oven. Look at this. All right, let me just put this back in here. Too much things hanging around. This, get rid of that. Oil, get rid of that. Clean up a little bit. All right, so you have our, pan ready. So what I'm gonna do now, this is my way of doing it. Have the thing very careful, very, very careful. But you can cut them slant. If I want, I can plait it, but I don't want it flat. Okay. Very important. So I want them in the pan like this. That's how I'm working. I want them come down a little bit more. Thing is, only one more can hold in it. Only one more can hold it. That's what it looks like. Yeah. So you leave me now, tries to the next thing. That's what's going to happen now. So these, I'm just going to have to cut these. I like yellow. I don't know which color you guys like. I'll give you a different color. Everybody likes different colors. So everybody, nobody get left out. With this one, I want to cut this in half. I'm going to kind of push the bottom in like this. I'm going to drop him in. They're a little bit big, but I don't mind. With one of this nice cup of coffee or hot chocolate, you're in business with this now. Look at that. Just flick him up like that. Look. See that? So we need one more. This time, yellow. What I'm doing now, I'm leaving them near heat, And this thing leaning, just putting them near heat a bit. So that's how you have to do it. So the flour, I finished with the flour for now. So now I have a thing there to make. A little bit of salad. Alright, just give me 1 minute. Let me just wash this cutting board off. Just a minute. Won't take long. I'm just scour him off a little bit. All right. Just clean up a little bit here. I'm gonna make a little bit of salad from now. I need my transparent bowl. So what I'm gonna do now, I have some mozzarella. I'm just gonna make a bit of mozzarella salad. Where this? I don't have to use this one anymore. Where's the other one? Okay. You know what? I'll leave that one, and I will use this one. These have water in them, so I'm gonna get all the water out of the thing. Thing is, I did have a different recipe to use for this. It's like I caught the wrong one, but it's already gone. These cheese are a little bit more expensive because I was going to make mozzarella and tomato pesto salad. So with this, I'm gonna use a bit of onion in this. Doesn't really need it, but it's gonna be quick and easy. This takes hardly any effort. We have some tomato here. Thank you. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Once you come in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. So I'm going in with some cherry tomato in this. All this personal preference. I'm just cutting them in half. So this is going to be quick and easy. I'm waiting for these things. They're already proving out. So that's good. Good sign. I have another recipe, but I'm telling you, the time not going to allow me to do that. So I'll cut these here. Once you come in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live. Double tap on the screen, and you can show your support by subscribing also. you want to give super chat, super thanks, it's there. Feel free. You want to know pressure to do so. So I have a little bit tomato left. Now I want to find out where Dana take all the olive oil. I can't believe you take all the olive oil off there. It's alright. There's no pressure on that one. So with this now, I'm going to cut these kind of dice. You can slice them, but I want these dice. I'm supposed to make a different one with the round one, but these, I need to use these up to watch my salad come alive. So this is a mozzarella and tomato salad. Very simple, you know, hardly any effort. Look at that. You know what would be nice? I will check my cupboard when I finish. If I see some butter bean, sometimes I like butter bean in my oxtail. But if I don't have it, that's fine. On this, I'm gonna put some caustic salt, some sea salt on this, just enough for you to taste. And cracked pepper. Where are you? Bit of cracked pepper over this. I did have some mozzarella balls here in some chili oil I didn't want to use, but I'm not going to use it because I have that first. Like some chili oil I put over this. Chili oil. I will put some chili on this, give it a little bit of heat. Just tossing it a little bit. See, he's raising out already. So I'm in good business now today. What else? Man. Okay. Fresh basil. You know, this is a must. Fresh basil. I want quite a bit on this. So I'm gonna layer them up, the basil leaves. So I'm not going to chop them just anyhow. I'm going to roll them up like this. And I'm going to go in, just let the knife do the work. And that's it. Don't cut it anymore. That's it. Don't cut it anymore. And again, just use my hands to get this in. Yeah, so that's nice. Lovely. Only thing I think this needs some sea salt over it. So that do the trick. Look at this. I'm going to put them on the top shelf. So I'm going to take the chicken out a bit because I haven't paid any much mind since morning. Top shelf. You see the chicken? Look at that. What I'm going to do now, this is, I told you, this is some Olympic style. You know. I'm going to baste this. Pour the juice over it. Baste him. Even this, I want this to soft, nice and soft. Just pour the juice over it. Look how lovely that is. You can imagine some of this piece of this on your plate with some mozzarella salad. You finish with that cinnamon bun or cinnamon loaf cake, bit of custard, some ice cream, vanilla ice cream over that. I'm telling you, man. So this almost finished. We're gonna put him on the bottom shelf now. Look at this. Normally some people would brush it. You know, you can brush it if you want. You can brush it if you want. Or you can just do like this. But sprinkle some cinnamon sugar. When that melts, nice and brown. Sprinkle some on the side here. Nice and brown. See that? So we're going to put him in the oven. I'm going to increase the oven. Right now I'm at 170 degrees Celsius. All right. Oxtail in this, and should have done long time, but you know, oxtail, they take long. I'm going to run some water on this and then take the weight, pressure weight off. That's how we're going to do it. And then I'm going to put him back in another pot and then finish show him who is boss. Okay. So now it's been released. I'm going to get a fork. Not a spoon, because I want this thing to cook, because this thing, where's my small plate? Right. One second, let me just get a small plate. What time is it? Yeah. And this thing I like when it kind of coming off the bone. Soft. Need a bit more seasoning. Not a problem. I'm going to put it in this pan. Remember the balance of season which I said I have. I'm gonna put it over this now and let it cook down. I need to make some dumpling also. And I'm telling you, time moving. These are the rest of season for this. I'm gonna put them in. So that's my final touch. You wanna add some ketchup to it, but you don't really need any ketchup in this. So I probably need some dumpling for the truck. Because when I finish here now, ladies and gentlemen, don't think my work stopped. It's like I don't even finish half what I have to do throughout the day. Not even half yet. I will see if I find a butter bean. I'm telling you, I'm in business. Then, oh boy. Oh man. Find a butter bean. Telling you. I'm in business. Butter bean in that. With this, I don't want any, what do you call it? I don't want any ketchup in it. And I don't want any dumpling in this. So I just want this to cook down. Very, very nice. Very nice. Some cayenne pepper in this. I want it spicy. Very nice. Need to do some dumpling. And time creeping up on me like dinosaur. These things I'm just turning them cinnamon. See this? Look at this already. Man, wow. Man. Just as what exactly I want it to turn out to be. Man. I need to make up some quick jerk sauce to use. I need some instant jerk sauce straight away. But I'm racing against time. Give these a bit of wash. That's how busy my life is, you know, guys. When I finish this, you might think my work finished. Just started. When I said just start, just. My wife just told me I need some stuff in the catering truck. So I'm racing against time. This Olympic recipe, I can't share it with you because this is a million pound recipe. Need some water in this kettle. Me, I want that oxtail to be soft as possible. When I mean soft, when I take one bite, melt off in your mouth. If I'm making chipata, no, I'm not making any chipata today. Sorry for the late reply. You know, sometimes when you're cooking, you have so much thing to deal with. This recipe is a serious recipe. This is a serious recipe. When I said serious recipe. Tell you how serious it is. We're gonna start frying. I tell her this recipe is serious. FBI looking for this recipe. Believe me, FBI crying for this jerk sauce recipe that I can't even tell you what's in it. See that? I'm going to give him a little bit more time. Let the bottom. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put him at bottom shelf. the chicken liquor. Put chicken liquor and put this bottom shelf lower down. Look here. This one coming on to, you know. It's my favorite one. Telling you, nice and rich. Look at that. Not even a bit of ketchup in this. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Olympic strike again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I forget to make something for business purpose and racing against time. It's like Back to the Future. So if you see me measuring like this, don't worry about that. I know how much hole in this. So, you know, the Olympic chef, very good with my measurement. When I said very good, you see what I mean? Balance this off. See how I'm stepping on it? Is somebody gonna help me or what? One of you guys gonna have to come and help me. No, everything is measurement, you know what I mean? Normally I use water in my dumpling. So I have some other stuff to do. So it's like I'm racing against time. But I'll get there. Oh, need to show you how I deal with this after they come out the oven. And then you take it home. Everything measurement I use. Alright, this Oxtail, finish. Turn that off. So these ready. Smell nice. The smell of this remind me of when I used to work Club Caribbean Hotel. 16 years old. And I need to show you the dumpling also. Not the dumpling, the chicken. Get some butter and put over this. You see, when you do like this, it becomes soft. You know, soft and nice. Put this on the side here. Nobody don't want to come and help Linden. None of you guys want to come. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Once the flowers start to jump out, guys, just give him some more water. Give him water at the edge here. Slow him down. All right, I want to show you the chicken. See that? Now I'm going to take it home, because I have some other stuff to deal with. Jerk sauce over there. I said this is a jerk sauce recipe. Even FBI looking for this recipe. Believe me, FBI looking for this. Alright, for those who always come on to the channel, this is how I normally do it. Yeah. For those who haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, thumbs up the live. I'm making some jerk sauce over there. Here I have some oxtail. That's a lovely oxtail. Hot and sour soup over there going on. And look at this. Look at this. Some lovely cinnamon bun, otherwise known as kanel bulla in Swedish. Different style. Look at that. You have the world-class tomato mozzarella salad. Look at this. Oven jerk chicken. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time to do so. Fish and chips, welcome. Now I'm making some dumpling here. So that's how I'm doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Peace be unto you all.